all is well with you guys. Hey, look, y'all, I found this little block on YouTube, and it's kind of trending. I've seen several people do it. And actually, I did one of these in my last sew along, the little flowers. See the blocks on the wall there? You see them? They're so cute. And I done kind of got addicted to them. I can't stop making them. That's well, that's actually 4 blocks. And I put 4 of them together to make a block. So, this is the block. It's a little flower. It is so cute. It's so cute. If you want to see how I put this together, come back and join me. A couple of my subscribers asked me about snowballing. Snowballing is only stitch and flip. So that's what some people call it, but I'm going to show them in this because all this block here consists of just squares and snowballing. That's all it is, and it's a very simple block. So even a beginner can do it. It's just laying out your little blocks that you're gonna snowball. Is just paying attention where you're laying them out. So if you want to see how this is made, come on back and I'm gonna show you. Be back in a bit. Okay, guys, this is what I have. I hope you can see this. I'm trying to give y'all an overhead view. This is rigged up, so it's not professional. You need, I'll put all the information in here, but you need 4. This is your 4. You need 4 3.5-inch squares, 3 by 3. And you need, for the center of the flower, let's see the center, you need a 1.5-inch square. That's gonna be snowball. And for the outside pebbles, you need a 1 1/4. Don't worry about all that. I'm gonna put it in descriptions for you. And this is a 3 5.5. Okay, I'm gonna put it in there for y'all. But this is what you do. Lay your 4 blocks out first. Put your 2 center pieces, your 4 center pieces in the middle here, and then you gotta look at. Let's see. Maybe you can take a screenshot of this, the way it's laid out, but you got to pay attention to where you land the little white ones, because it needs to be one on this side of the block, because you're going to sew these 2, you're going to flip them and sew them together. So it needs to be a white piece there, and it needs to be a white piece in this corner, and needs to be a white piece in this corner, and one in this one. So that's the way you lay the blocks out, and you just sew them. You just snowball them. This is what I mean by snowballing. I'll show you. I don't think you can see me sewing here. For those of you don't know what snowballing is, well, I'm gonna show you how you need to do that. If I find my foot palette, gotta find my foot palette, y'all. First, okay. So you're gonna snowball these 2 little pieces. This is what's making your flower. And I just lay all of mine out, all 4 of them out. And what I did, I took a screenshot of the way she had it laid out. So the lady I watched do it. And there's several people doing them. So I just took a screenshot, and that's how I remembered how to lay mine out and everything. So because if you don't lay them right, your flower's not going to come out like it's supposed to. So what's important is these 4 little white ones on the end. And you see my 2 squares here, I've sewed them on 2 ends. That's called, some people call it snowballing. And I didn't draw a line on these. Let me see, maybe you can see that one better. You just draw a line from here. I've been doing this so much here lately. Tired and got so I don't have to really draw a line. But you draw a line there, and you want to be able to flip that back. And that's why some people call it a flip and stitch, but some people call it snowballing. So that's what I mean when I say snowball. And that right there, that's snowballed. You snowball those two corners. So that's all it is. And these little blocks, you just sew them on. Make sure you sew them from the top to the corner. Top to the corner. You'll see the difference. And then you're gonna cut off. And then all you're gonna do is just cut off, line it up and cut it at your seam allowance, 1/4. Some people do it with scissors. I always pull out my trusty blade. So I hope this helped you with the snowballing. I know most of you know what it was, but I had 2 of my subscribers that didn't know what it was. So, and then once you cut them off, see I cut them off, cut off my pieces, and there's what you call snowballing. Now I'm gonna open up these seams here. I'm gonna open up these if I can, and I'm gonna press them. And this is what it's gonna look like on the back. I'm just gonna open it up. But I'm gonna do these 3 here, these other 3, and I'll come back and show you the next step on this block. I'll be right back. Come on. Okay guys, I'm back. And see, this right here is kind of tricky too. When you're making these, you have to also snowball these, both of these. You have to snowball this. Well, what you need to do is you need to make sure that they are laying like this. And what I do, for me, I just take my blocks, lay them out. Lay my blocks out like this, where they're gonna be sewn. This is the way it's going to be sewn. Then I'm gonna show you how to make this block here. Then I take this block and I look at it, and this one here goes on the side. It's gonna go on the side. And then this little one right here, this is your, this is the one that you snowballed to make the stem. So you're gonna put it right down here. It's gonna go here. So it's kind of just lay them out, and then pay attention that you don't get the same. See, if I try to, this one is the same as this one. So if I try to lay it down, it's gonna be like that. That's wrong. So you have to make sure that you pay attention where you put your little snowballs on these blocks. So this one goes here on this end, and that one goes there. So just lay your blocks out like this, and see, because see, these are your leaves right here, and this is your stem, and this is your flower. So if you lay it out like that, you will get them on the right side. But you just make them, you're just gonna do the flip on opposite sides. Let me put these back over here, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna do this one in a minute for you. I basically, this is what I do. I lay mine down just like this and like this, because I have had them, and I have those on the wall, so I can look at those up there and see which way I'm going with this. Put your pretty side together there. Lay it there. Pretty side, because you want to know which corner you're going to be sewing in. And hold on just a minute. Hold on. I hear Cookie. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Miss Sharon Frampton. I hope I'm not chopping up your name, but you didn't understand the snowballing. So this one, and Miss Jassy, this would be better, a better one to show y'all. Miss Sharon, I'm just gonna call you Miss Sharon if that's okay with you. So you know, and Miss Jassy. So here I'm putting my 2 blocks on, and I'm gonna snowball this. Now this is called snowballing or stitch and flip. That's what it is. It's just that simple. So I want you to understand what that is. Now I'm gonna sew from this corner to this one right here. And on the other one, I'm gonna sew also from this corner to this one. Now you can make them, I think they mirror image. That's what you're doing. But just, I kind of get confused on that. So that helps me out better. I just lay mine out beside the block and do it this way. So Miss Sharon and Miss Jassy, I hope this answers your questions. And I want you to know I really appreciate your questions too, Miss Sharon and Miss Jassy. But that's all snowballing is. And I'm show you the block here. And see, that's my block. You can draw your diagonal line. And then I'm just going to flip this over. See, you're just putting another color on the end of your block. That's all you're doing. And that's why some people call it stitch and flip. And I guess the seasoned quilters would be calling it snowballing, because that's where I heard it from. So that's it. And then this is where you sewed it on like this. You got 2 pieces here. You want to cut that off. You want to cut this off, and that'll give you a nice little triangle too that you can put in your stash. But just make sure when you cut it off at, trying to find my rule. I move things, y'all, and I constantly do that, moving things. This will be a nice little triangle for you. Y'all excuse me. I don't know why my sister is even, she worried me right now. But I know that's her texting me. But anyway, I'll get to her in a minute. She's telling me about a machine. I told her I don't need no more machines. But see, you get your little triangle left out of that. And I've been sewing them together, just throwing them in a bag. That's all I've been doing. So now this right here, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. No, I'm not gonna cut it open, y'all. Slip of the tongue. I'm gonna open up that seam. I'm gonna lay it back down. That's my bottom piece. And this right here is gonna be my side piece. So I'm gonna sew it from this angle. Oh, that's not even. This angle to this angle. That's what I'm gonna do. So that is all about snowballing. Miss Sharon and Miss Jassy, I hope that helped you guys out. I really do. And I know when I make my videos, I kind of just go on, well, if you ever quilted, you done snowballed, or you done did this, or you done did that. But no, we have a lot of people that is starting to quilt, and they need to know all the terms. There's all kind of terms for different things. And like I say, it's called flipping, stitch and flip, or sew and flip, or something. So here we have another snowball block right there. That's what I did. I just sewed it, and I'm gonna cut it off. So after I do this one, this part right here, I have to snowball my stem. And my stem is gonna look a little different. It's gonna still be snowball, but it's not gonna go from tip to tip, kind of, or top to tip, as you would say, I would say. So that means that's my center there. So I'm going to attempt to get my, and all you need is a square. You need 1 green square for your leaf here, and you need 2 white squares. Don't worry about the the sizes here and pulled over everything over here on my way. I'm going to give you that. So you want to put your block there. And what you want to do is lay your snowball block over here. And see, the reason I say it's going to be different is because you're going to have this right here. You want to make sure that that is going to be the point of your can you see that? This is, you're going to sew it from here to here, because this is going to be the point of your, I'll sew it and then you'll see what I'm talking about. So you want to make sure you do that. Because if you like me, if you show me, I can do it. If that girl don't stop texting me, she need to be in the bed. She knows she old. I'm a year older than her. She gonna see this video and say, yeah, I know you was talking about me. Yeah, I was trying to get your attention. Yeah, she'll be all right. She probably sending me some pictures of sewing machines trying to bait me in, y'all. She's trying to bait me. Okay, this is what I mean. See this in here? It looks like a half square triangle on it. But you gotta put another piece on it, on the opposite side right here. Just use your block. Just once you make one, hang it up so you can see it, and just look at it. And see, I'm gonna do it on from this corner to this corner right here. You'll see it once I get it made for you. It's a real easy block. Once you make one, like I say, you know, take a screenshot of what I'm doing, what you see I'm doing here. Take a screenshot of that, and or just take a screenshot of the block that I showed you that's finished, or the one I'm gonna finish here with you, and look at it. Look at where your snowballs are, you know. And that, I mean, because a lot of times when even I have a pattern, I gotta look at the pictures. You know, I'm kind of like when you're in kids, sewing by numbers. See, there's my stem. I snowballed these two sides over here. You see them? Can you see them? I always put my finger in the room. So I'm gonna cut them off, and they also make you a nice little half square triangle too. Now, I should have, before I cut this off, I should have drawn me a line over here and just sewed that instead of, God, that's big. Yeah, I was way off there. Yeah, well, that triangle may not be, it may be too small because I just cut off the seam allowance. You know what they say? Measure twice and cut once. I'm always measuring once and cutting twice. I'm always back with y'all. Always. Okay. Now that gives you a little triangle. The other one may be too small to deal with. So once again, I'm going to open this block up. I'm going to open these up. I don't have to cut you out because I already got one over here pressed. And I'm just going to lay out this block, and we're going to go ahead and put this baby together. Okay, but I'm going to throw it over there. And you over there because you need to be pressed. And I'm going to pull me one of these over here. And I'm going to put me one of these right here. And I'll put that right there. And I'm going to get my 4 squares here. Let's move that until I get my squares together. So once you put your little squares on the end where they're supposed to be, you won't have a problem. So what we're going to do now is we're going to sew these together. and you'll see your little flower bloom right before your eyes, right before your eyes. Now, and you know, Miss Sharon and Miss Jassy, I was looking for something that I could show y'all how to snowball, where I could give you the sizes on what I was using to make the snowballs. And I kind of got hooked on these. And this is something you can practice on because it's a lot of snowballing. But then once you see this video, you be like, oh, I know what that is. So once again, we're going to open up the seams here. Because if you don't open this up, it's going to be a lot of ball. So we're going to open up our seams. We're going to sew these two together. It's a very simple block, y'all. Don't think it's not. The only thing is, if you don't like snowballing these blocks, I don't know any other way to do it. I'm just doing it the way I saw them do it. It may be an easier way, but I don't see how you can get around not doing the snowballs. So with that being said, let me shut my mouth, because somebody may say, hey, you can do it. It is a way. Some people, that's what they do. They look at a pattern and they be like, hey, I wonder what it's like this. And they figure it out and make it easier. And my head is out to those people. I am not one of them. But I do appreciate you, honey. I do. Okay, y'all. I am going to take a break from YouTube for a little bit. Just so y'all don't think something's going on with me. I'm just a little burnt out. But you got plenty of videos. So we're gonna sew these two blocks that we just put together. We're gonna sew them together now. Match your seams in the center. There, make sure they're matching in the center. I'm a little bit burned out, and I don't know. I don't think I got the, and it just seems like my contents is not what you guys are looking for right now. But then it could be because it's warm and people are not quilting. But I seem to have more new people watching my stuff than the old ones. But I appreciate you all. And no matter what form you come in, new or old. But sometimes, you know, just get, these videos are not easy to do. They're not. I mean, and sometimes it just get a little flustered. I get a little flustered that I think, you know, people are not wanting to see it. So I gotta come up with something else. And I'm gonna do my Zooms. And also I hadn't did a sit-in chat for a while, a sewing chat for a while, so I may do that. So there's your block. So all you got to do, you're gonna put this in on this end here. You're gonna put these two pieces together. You see? I'm gonna put those two pieces together. Let me make sure it's laid out like it's supposed to. Don't want to sew it the wrong way. Okay, you're just gonna flip that one over on it. And I hope you'll make this. You could, now I turned mine that way, and I love that, that block with the cross in the middle. But you could stack them just side by side and make your quilt. Once you make them, just do what you want to do with them, you know. Move them around. When you make a block, you don't have to always make it in the same form as someone shows you. Play with it. Move it a half, just move it a little bit. And then this one right here, this is the bottom one, it's going on here. And no, I did not. I need to trim that a little bit. That's a little bit off, a little bit too much off. See, so I'm right at the top. I just like my stuff to kind of run. I don't like to have a piece sticking way up there. It's not a good angle to cut. I'm gonna cut the extra off there. Just a little bit. It ain't gonna make the difference in the block. I could tell y'all. But I'll give you the sizes and everything. What did I do? I just butchered that thing, but I got it straight. But anyway. All right. We're gonna put the bottom on now. Put the bottom on. I think this block was coming up like 6. I'll measure the one I already have over here on the side and let you know. But when I put these together, which on the wall there, I just measured them, which they didn't have the seam allowance on them. So the block is really going to be about 15 and a half. 15 and a half, that's a big block. You don't have to make many of them to make your quilt, you know? Well, you gotta make the four blocks. But once you make the 4 blocks, you don't have to make many there. Too many more. Or you may not want the 4 like I got them. You know, so it's just whatever you want to do. Whatever you decide you want to do. Okay, so now I usually press this as I go. So now you want to put them together. And when you put this together, pay attention to this right here. Make sure that you're going to butt up here. And those seams are going to meet up right here really nice. And make sure you get that seam allowance. If you get that seam allowance right, your block, your flower are going to meet, your leaves and stem is going to meet in together there. I've had to learn that about it. Because the video I got it off, the YouTube person I got it off, they just point and play music. They don't talk on it. So, you know, that leaves you to have to figure out some things on your own. But anyway. That's just a little pointer. Just pay attention to that. And here is our block. See, it didn't take long. It did not take long. And of course, you want to open up these seams and you want to press them really good. And this one right here, this one, because it has so much bulk in it right here, I just kind of sprints it a little bit and take my finger and smush it down and make it lay flat. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here is your, and see, you could set them on point. That would be pretty sit on point, wouldn't it? So there is your little flower. And you can put any center you want in it. I got a purple one over there. I got one, let me show you. I should have pulled it off. Let me show you. I'll just grab it here. Have to get on the treadmill, y'all, to get it. Excuse me. This one here has a purple center, you see? And it's multicolor. So you can use it. This is the way you could use up some scraps. But you got to be mindful of this little piece here. I tried to do this in a green, but it was a green with, it wasn't just a solid green, and it was ugly. I took it out. I meant to save it to show it to you, but I took it out. I had did this one in the same as this one here, this same color, and I didn't like it, so that purple stands out better. But it's okay for the green and the burnt orange that I used. That's okay. And on the other one, let me grab one of those. I used a darker color in the inside of that. Can you see that, y'all? I used a darker color there, which made that stand out. And I did not fussy cut these. I just cut up. It's some beautiful material I got from Joann's, and I just cut it up and made my flower. So let me see. I said I was gonna measure this block for you so you could see what size it is. So it is coming out. It is coming out an 8. Yeah, it's an 8 by 8 block. So that's a pretty sized block. And you can cut them down to make sure they all fit. I got it upside down. Y'all, say something. Say something. Say it's upside down. But anyway, you can do them like this and put them, if you wanted to. You could set them on an angle and or you can set them, you can just put them side by side. It's all what you want to do. You put it that side, the flowers together here, or you can put the stems together. And that's what I already got up there. So, you know, you may want to do that. You may want to put some sashing in between them. I don't know, but just play with the blocks. Move them around. When you get them, I don't have, well, I do got 4 here. But you could just play with them. You could do 2 in, I guess. And leave and put your 2 flowers in the middle. It's just whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. You could do that. It doesn't really give you a nice, another block in the inside other than this here. But, you know, get them and play with them. And I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be right back to talk to you. And I will finish up these flowers and you will see them on the board. All right, I'll be back. Okay, everyone, I have these blocks on the wall as promised. I finished them up. Don't know what I'm going to do with them right now. Don't know if I'm going to make some more to make a quilt. Don't know, but it's a good scrap buster. It would help you get rid of some of your scraps. And that's the layout I chose to do mine. But you know, you can stack them side by side and make you a quilt. I will put the size of the blocks that I use, the size of everything that I use, and try to, the best of my ability, to explain to you how to construct the block. But if you watch my video, you know, you can see how to make the block. But anyway, I appreciate your time. And you could have watched anybody else, but you chose me today, and I appreciate that. And also, if you like what you see over here, please give me a like, thumbs up there. Give me those thumbs up. I need them. I need them. And also share my videos and subscribe to my channel. And as always, I want to thank all my new subscribers, and I hope you're finding something that piques your interest over here, and you will enjoy yourself with us. All right, guys, I will talk to you on the next video. Bye-bye.